Hi, reader. How's your day going? Or better yet, how is your year so far? Thank you so much for joining me on my first video of the year. If this is your first video, my name is Kay, and today we are going to be creating an open and safe space to talk about mantras. What is a mantra, and what is my designated mantra for the year 2021? Simply put, a mantra is a phrase or word that is sacredly repeated. The key word being sacred, and in more down-to-earth terms, something that you set apart as dear or precious to you. In 2019, I had hit a very horrific peak in the state of my mental headspace. My schedule was stacked up from morning to night. I traveled frequently for work, and when I was home, it didn't feel like I was really living in the space. It just felt like I was there, feeling in the space, until the next moment that I would just like jet off again. And I felt at that time that I was juggling everything, and the air was barely catching on to those things, and then they would fly back in the air again. So in the last month of 2019, I knew I had to do something drastic. I had been dipping my toes in meditation, not yet practicing it, but really learning about it. And what stood out to me was the use of mantras in meditation. So the purpose is to help focus your concentration, and a repetitive phrase or word is great for that. This was something I lawfully thought could help focus my actions for the year. And to be honest with you, I didn't really think very much of it. I just thought it would be fun to incorporate a mantra. But what I didn't realize was how pivotal it would be until I reflected on it at the end of 2020 recently. So right before 2020, I had made a big announcement on my Instagram, traveling lightly, and whether that translates to physically or mentally, I hope that it touches upon every trip that I take this year. And in my 5 minutes of creating the mantra, deciding the mantra, creating it, and broadcasting it, to me, it was a no-brainer. I wanted to get rid of all the heaviness that I have felt, the burden, not just in my body, but in my mind. I was tired of holding on to memories, worries, and fears that I couldn't even control, right? And so sometimes I just feel that the universe is listening and on the things that we post on social media, because of course 2020 just happened to be the year that I was very tested right after deciding to travel lightly. And the COVID pandemic, obviously hit us very hard in the US. Like personally, a very close family member of mine had passed away. And even though I wasn't physically traveling anymore for work, the emotional baggage was just as immense as it had been the year before, and very overwhelming. And so through all the ups and downs of 2020, my mantra was in the back of my head, repetitively just guiding me. And it wasn't like a consistent voice that was every single day in the back of my head, but there were key touch points in the year where I remember thinking, remember to be light, travel lightly, be light, let go of the things you can't control. So by the end of 2020, recently I became a believer of my mantra to really softly guide me so that I wouldn't be lost in the muck of my own mental space. So this time, instead of taking a mere 5 minutes with Travel Lightly mantra, I ended up taking a whole 30 minutes to contemplate this year's mantra And there is no right or wrong to introspection and contemplation, but I personally love the open-ended, reflective questions. What did I gain from it? What did I not gain from it? How did it make me feel? Was it something that I want to continue moving forward with, or what did I not get from last year that I want to explore this year? And so I realized that after letting go of what didn't serve me, by traveling lightly, letting go of the baggage and feeling freer by clearing my headspace, I realized that I have an aversion to trying new things. Not that I didn't try new things, but there was a resistance to trying new things. And I wanted to redefine what fail means to me by maintaining it within my mind. So, maintaining it within my mantra. Failing means to be unsuccessful in attempts, and intent is with a purpose. So, as I'm trying to trick my brain into trying more things, the mantra fail with intent helps to remind me that I want to consistently try with purpose to push myself to try more things. And the key takeaway from today's space is that a mantra helps to focus our minds by being repetitive. We should try it with a lightheartedness. If it resonates, then take what resonates. If it doesn't resonate, then let go of what doesn't resonate. And lastly, for my own personal mantra, it was based on the foundation that I had established for myself in 2019 when I first decided that I needed something to focus my mind for the year. And yours most definitely will be different depending on where you are. This is not a new concept, so there have been many practitioners who have done this for years, who are very advanced in their own mantra making. Or if you're a beginner, then try most definitely with lightheartedness. And as always, thank you so much for sharing this space with me today. I hope that you have a wonderful time if you do try on your own to attempt your own mantra. And happy reading in you and your life. And I will see you guys next time.